Okay, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the Corporate Services of Bruce County to order for our November 1st meeting. Welcome, everyone, and welcome our online viewers. And the first item on the agenda is a declaration of pecuniary interest. I need to remind everyone it's our own responsibility to do so if and when a matter arises. And moving on to action items, Betty Ann, did you sell the courthouse?
Thank you, Mr. Warden. I know I'm not here to report that the courthouse was sold or the jail, but this is in response to the communication that we received from the municipality of Brockton in regards to their concerns about the continued operation of that and their offer to work with the county to support future measures to ensure the continued presence in the community. And the recommendation is that a copy of this report be forwarded to the municipality of Brockton for their awareness.
The recommendation, you see the recommendation on the screen. And mover and a seconder for the recommendation, moved by Mitch, seconded by Mike. Any discussion on the recommendation, on the motion? Milt?
So what actually happens in the courthouse right now? Is there much going on there? Eh?
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Warden. The courthouse is very active, the courthouse and the Service Ontario and the Crown Building, all three very active with courts daily. It has been very well maintained. We have just renegotiated the 5-year leases, which has been brought to committee recently, and as I said, without a single leasehold improvement. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves that it was built in 1867 and that we have done a number of modifications and modernization and improvements. And I think we have a good partnership with the province.
Just to comment as far as Brockton is concerned and how this came about, one of our councillors asked that we have a tour of the court building because he's in there once in a while and has recognized some, I would say, deficiencies in his opinion. So the OPP took us through and they kind of maybe reiterated that a little bit, that when the prisoners come in, they walk directly past the judges' chambers. So there's some concern about safety for the judges who are in the facility at the time. As Betty Ann said, it's an old building, and I don't think the judges have any concern because they haven't brought this forward at all. So it's just, you know, they were there, and we're looking for situations in the jail that might be a problem. But it is a busy facility, there's no question. Cayley Street is covered with cars parked in front of the courthouse continuously throughout the week.
Thank you, David. Any other comments, anyone? Okay, so we need to vote on the recommendation. All those in favor of the recommendation? That's carried. Information items, Integrated Energy Performance Program.
Thank you, Mr. Warden. Yes, there are a number of information items that have been provided. The Integrated Energy Performance Program that you heard about earlier today, the celebration of that project, the Chesley Bridge replacement, not so much a celebration that we were not approved for our application under the Municipal Disaster Recovery. The annual report for the federal gas tax, an update for you on the Q3 of our working capital reserve. In keeping with our lean transformation, a new method of allocating both facilities and administration costs that will be included in our 2019 budget template. and then a summary of awarded tenders for Q3 2018, and I'd be happy to address any questions you might have regarding those information items.
Does anyone have any questions on any of those information items that Betty Ann has mentioned here? So the Chesley Bridge replacement, we're just too well to do, or we had bridge reserves, or?
We do have a conference call that we will be setting up with the staff, with the province, to give us a better understanding. It was just a verbal phone call that we received telling us that the application, that we were ineligible because of that the project, what they determined to be eligible costs, didn't exceed the 1.29 million that was required for Bruce County to qualify. So that's, and we assume that's based on the age of the bridge and the project itself, but we haven't received that full detail, but we will, and will provide further detail. So we are still hopeful that perhaps we will be eligible under the OSIF top-up funding, and that is $689,000.
Thank you, Betty Ann. Any other questions on the information items? Hearing none, I think that takes us down to act on recommendations. We need a motion for that. Moved by Mike, second by Robert. Any discussion on the motion to act on recommendations? All those in favor? And that's carried. Next meeting is December the 6th, 2018, and we look forward, entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Milt, second by Mitch. All those in favor? We're adjourned.